ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new review. Behind us is the new Kia Nero fully electric, not the plug-in hybrid. We're in Zurich Auto Show in Swiss again for the second time. So in this video we're going to take an in-depth tour of the exterior interior. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. So here's the new Kia Nero EV fully electric. There's a blue model that's plug-in hybrid, but we're going to focus on the electric version. We already reviewed the plug-in hybrid in France in Lyon more than 6 months ago. So beautiful white color with some gray finishes, and I love the Nero. It looks really funky. I know it's not everyone's taste, but some people are gonna like it. Now there also is a Kia EV6 GT separated review. It's shared platforms, so there's some similarities. Let's come a little bit closer. So Nero EV has this funky lights. I like them, they're a little bit different. These are your daytime running lights. They switch to turn signals. You have two lenses. For the main headlights, we have the fog lights at the bottom, also LED. We have beautiful white metallic color. There's a little blue light on the top. You can see parking sensors integrated, and then there is this gray finish, and then like a light gray finish. Two tones going around. On the front, we have a thing that imitates the grille. There is air intake at the bottom, of course, for the AC and cooling systems. There's a radar here. This is in Swiss. They have small front plates, and of course on the top, this is not a grille, actually it's closed, as you can see. Extends to piano black details with this gray finish, and then this nice contour on the top. Also minimalist design, new Kia badge, and over here you press, there's a little symbol there to open up the charge port. You can see LED light. You can set the timer here, so your AC, so this is a little hard plastic or rubber, and combined DC for fast charging, and top is for AC slow charging. You can see that. Press and close. I think it locks once you lock the car. So another view of the Nero there. We're gonna come to the spec a bit later. Let's check the alloys. So we have a little diamond cut silver, mostly black, with the new badge there. These are 17-inch 215/55 R17. Came on Continental Eco Contact 6 tires. So as mentioned, if I back up here, you can see the profile of the car. We have a gray, a white combo. Interesting, nice and tall car, so there's a lot of space inside. Checking the side mirrors, you have interesting turn signals. Black at the bottom. You have the blind spot in the mirrors. They're nice and big. Have the chrome on the top, just black at the bottom. Now checking here, we have the lane assist and light and rain sensor there. Two speakers at the top, heads-up display. Now checking the top, we have nice slim roof racks in black, and a sunroof also tinted. We have some aerodynamic 3D parts on the car, shark fin in the color of the vehicle, and spoiler extending also with that sharp tips. But there's more. There is side tunneling here. You can see that. So it tunnels the air through the rear taillights. Tinted windows on the rear, and a little bit contrasting color there. You can press here to lock or unlock. Only on the front end. And checking the LED taillights, these are really interesting. They look like diamonds from this angle, and you can see that air is exiting through there. You have a big, long stoplight integrated in the spoiler. And let me back up here so you can see the whole car. You also have a little fender sticking out here. Parking sensors in the color of the vehicle, or on which part they are. You can see there's one fog light on the left, and these on the bottom, these turn into turn signals. They're not on the top. And since, of course, it's an electric car, there is no exhaust. Nero badge there, and Kia on the top. We have a big lens for the backing camera, and we have warm lights. Unfortunately, I would like those to be cold, but you can change those by yourself. Press here to open up. You can see those turn signals at the bottom. And you can see the whole car opens fairly tall. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. So there you go. Now on the top, you can press here to close. Manually close it if it fails, or adjust the height and hold this until it beeps. It'll memorize the height position. Now, as you can see, these there would be a thin cover here. It's not a hard top cover, as my memory serves me. So you can remove that. In this case, it's removed. You can see the whole cargo space. I'm gonna type in the volume. So that is fairly spacious. Hatchback, very practical. Over here, there's like 2 fingers of height to the loading area. And you can sit down here and you're covered if you're changing. If you want to go camping, this is a very spacious car. Now checking the right side, there's one hold light for the rear space. There is here a little compartment. There are hooks here for tether points. There are tether points here. They're filled plastic, but supposedly they're metal. They have a space there, and you have also tether points here. On the left side, that and that, also compartment here. No lights, no grocery hooks. Now this is flat, as you can see on both ends. You have space, and then you can see underneath how it looks. There's quite some space, considering this is an electric car. Now you can pull this and then knock it down like that, so you get a little bit of extra space. You can see that with more light. And in that case, let's see here, you would get an additional 5 fingers. So to the loading area, 7 fingers of height. So as you can see, there's like in cables here, so I'm not sure if these are batteries or like an amplifier. I would say probably batteries. There we go. So when this is up, you can knock down the seats when it's flat. So you can see also that you can tilt the seat backwards. You can see that, and you can see that. So these are more upright, but you can also have them, I think, actually no, that's the top position. So you can tilt them a bit more. It's a little bit hard doing it from the back. So they knock down 60-40, and you have those ISOFIX points there. Now, I know some of you will say, I want to see the seat down. So there you go, when you knock it down, how it looks. Let's close this up. Okay, closing sound and possible thumbnail here. And there, looks very gorgeous from all angles. Very funky design. I love these lights, quite unique on the road. So I gotta be honest, not the greatest closing sound, to be honest, and clunky door handles, at least on the rear, not the best closing sound. The doors, rear doors kind of feel very light. So you can see they open wide, so it's easy to put a child seat on the back. And checking the seals, standard KIA seals, you can push here for the child not to open from the inside. Hard plastics on the rear. Roman 5 here means this is a factory tint. So hard plastic, this is padded, so this is some sort of like textile feeling slash rubbery, maybe like something recycled. And power windows don't work at the moment. And 2 settings for the heated seats. There are little rubber mats in there. Big speaker and kind of small water bottle area there. The doors don't go all the way down, but it is what it is. You have aluminum doorstep there, and when the seat is knocked down, you can see how that looks. And you can see the space without the cover, so very spacious. Now, you can put the seat buckle in here. If you knock down the seat, it's an option. And since this is an electric car, so the floor is quite tall, flat, no transmission tunnel there. And over here you have really beautiful leather. It has a nice texture to it. This is some sort of gray finish. Love the texture on it, and it's perforated. It looks amazing. ISOFIX points there, and you at the top. Let's hop inside. So this front driver's seat has easy entry, means it's gonna back up for the driver, so have that in mind. Not sure if I can push the seat forward. Let me just see here. Okay, I did manage a little bit my long hands, so this is a lower position. Okay, feet room. Knees a little bit touching. I've backed up a little bit for my comfort, but I think for an average person this would be okay. Now, since this is an electric car, there's not a lot of depth here, so your feet are in a squat position, as you can see this. So not really comfortable for longer journeys. Have here, this is all plastic. Pockets there, AC vents, open or close. And this is plain, so there's nothing there. Transmission tunnel is flat. You can squeeze potentially a third person. And look at this, you have two USBs for fast charging, USB-Cs. And this is semi-soft. It's soft, but it feels like it's stiffer underneath. Seats are really long. But the point of this car was comfort. And over here you can see nice, big, tall windows and good overview in the rear. But this is a blind spot. Over here we have little rubber mats here, 2 cup holders, nice leather, and unfortunately no opening in the middle. Now all 3 sides besides the driver have these, so they're not slowly closing, close fast. No hooks here or on the V-pillars, so seatbelts are adjustable. Let's hear the closing sound. So this door is open, this window is open, and I think the banner roof is as well. Now we have, I think this will be touch lights. No, there's a button here, physical button for LEDs, so you can see there's quite good illumination inside in that case. And okay, so 2 meter tall person, straighten up. Yeah, most cars are not super roomy for tall people such as myself, but for an average person this should be okay. They even tried to maximize the headspace here, as you can see this going inside, so let's be fair. It seems that on the left side of the vehicle there is a little hook there, so sometimes they have it usually on both ends, but in this case it's not. View at the front, yes, it's familiar dash from the EV6 there. Again, it will be separate review of that. Before I get to the front, you can see that, so you can put like like a shirt here or something, so that's quite interesting. Kia was thinking of like practicality as well and comfort in this car. I showed you the blind spot there if I'm not mistaken, so okay closing sound considering that the window is all the way down. There is a Kia illumination there, kind of fancy. The front doors open wider. Standard seals. Now checking the front, this is softly padded. Actually, no, my mistake. This is hard plastic covered by leather, so it feels soft, kind of, but it's not really. Speaker on the top there, and a big one on the bottom with Harman Kardon, so you have branded speakers there. Nice big handles to open or close, memory positions too. And so this is also padded with leather. The rear I think was plastic, and this feels kind of rubber-ish. There's a rubber mat here, so this okay, not almost no piano black on the doors, but this looks really interesting. Look at this, it looks like some sort of marble premium-ish. And you can adjust the side mirrors, you can fold them. I don't think there's a heating option, unfortunately. You can lock or unlock from the driver position. Unfortunately, only the front windows are fully automatic, rear are not, and you can lock the rear for the kids. So this is kind of a stupid saving. I think all windows should be fully automatic in all cars. Aluminum door step on the front is longer. Here is your tire pressure. Pause and read that. Now looking here, Kia original carpets, aluminum sport paddles, and electronic seats back and forward. Knee area up and down, whole seat up and down, tilt for the seat, and lumbar support. always very important if you're a tall person. I talk here from experience. Beautiful leather as on the rear, on the front, bigger bolsters on the top, very ergonomic looking headrests, of course adjustable front and rear, fuse box, so this is not a compartment there. Steering column is manual. Have here your light, height, hold to open or close the rear, and traction off or on. View at the top and the banner roof there. Let's hop inside. So doors are really opening wide. Let's hear the closing sound. So windows down, it's kind of solid. Let me turn on electronics. So I'm gonna close the window. You can see that and blind spot as well there. Nice and big mirror. So another opening and closing. So the seat backs up because of the easy entry. So very good opening and closing sound. Let me close this up. Actually, I need to turn on the electronics, so I'll do it later. And switching to wide lens. So voila, this is the point of view. Now let's actually turn this on. Press twice, and you can see all of that. So the gimmick part is in a transport mode for car show. So we have a beautiful display here, some ambient lights, and it looks fancy. Let's zoom back in. So continuing on here, checking the steering wheel, we have a nice texture on the leather. It's 2-spoke, kind of interesting design Kia chose. We have a little chrome going through the bottom. We have our cruise control settings, lane assist, distance, infotainment options, and over here we have the voice commands, favorites, phone calls, volume, and radio station options. Plus with the driving modes there, we have the recuperation pedals on both ends. Keep your lights on automatic. This is for the car show. Of course, we're gonna show them at the end of the video, and your wiper controls. We're gonna ignore those messages because I've explained why they're showing here. Air vents here. Now this is softly padded. There's a vent blowing there. Softly padded in hard plastic. You have a heads-up display over there. You can see it. And over here you have 2 speakers as mentioned from the outside. Beautiful dash, has layers, beautiful ambient lights, not too much, not too intrusive. We have 2 separated displays which are connected via this bezel. Now air vents are below, huge hazards button. Unfortunately, you can't see the turn signals from the driver perspective, although they are on the side mirrors. And then we have here this kind of dynamic display. We still have nice and physical controls for the AC, but you can also switch this to like your shortcuts for navigation, radio, media setup, and so on. But you still have here basic climate controls. And then in that case, you have here volume and tuning options for the radio. Now, front, rear defrost, automatic climate. There's like 3 levels. Closed air circulation, temperature, AC driver only, low or high automatic fan speed, air blow direction, and it can sync since it's a dual zone. At the bottom we have a 12 volt or 180 watts outlet, USB-A and USB-C. They all illuminate white. Usually Kia has red lights, but I prefer the white, to be honest. And QI charger, wireless charging, and this is a rubber mat. There's a little symbol with a light on you are charging. Horrible piano black. You can see those fingerprints. You can see here start the EV button. Heated seats, ventilated seats. That's a really cool option in the summer. And heated steering wheel, auto hold, very practical when you're a traffic light. Electronic parking brake, but I would prefer to not have auto hold. I would prefer if Kia would change the cars to stop like a Tesla and then only move if you accelerate. so I don't like the car going forward like a classical automatic. For the passenger, parking sensors and backing camera, decent resolution, but I think it could be better in 2023 almost. And we have here reverse neutral drive and press B for parking. Going to the bottom here, there's no cover here unfortunately, but this is like blue lights I was mentioning on the outside. You can press here to add these, and then you can like push them inside. The cups, nice rubber mat there, so it feels quality. This is sort of soft. Press here to open up, and then there's just like this divider that could be taken out. Unfortunately, they didn't cover those screws. This is how this divider looks like. Nothing special. But I think they could have, yeah, covered something there. But fairly big space for your stuff in the middle. Seats are, again, really wide. Look at how they go around you. Really comfortable. The headrest is very ergonomic. And it gives you a lot of comfort. You can manually close this. I think I prefer that rather than those electronics, and then it kind of works with the roof, but you can open it all the way as you would like sometimes. This is hard plastic at the bottom. You can press here, slowly opening. Plain plastic here, some sort of sticker. You can see, okay, space here. This is rubberized at the bottom, but yeah, and there's white or kind of warm light there. And to wrap it on the top, you have a fairly good overview on the rear. You see further away, there is auto dimming. On the front here, nothing special. Now there is this cover for the emergency, so your kids don't press accidentally, or you, passenger airbag information, LED lights here are on the top, and of course you can open or close the roof. I should have electronics. Let me just do another start. No, I turned it off. So it was working a moment before, but I'm not sure the total battery is off. And over here, you can see here documents holder, a big privacy mirror, and a warm light. I would personally prefer them to be matched. You turn off the switch when you close this, as you can see that. And over here, this does not extend, unfortunately, so this big area is not covered. Sometimes you might get some sun in your eyes. Not dirt in your eyes, just sun in your eyes. A little joke there. Okay, here, if you remove the message, you can see the display is quite sharp in person. It might be flickering a bit on the camera, but not in person. Now, let's go through these. You can see here tire pressure, and I guess warnings. You can press this guy for switching here. You can hold for settings. Then it brings the settings on the main display. You can, of course, get those in the infotainment as well. Over here you have the consumption. So this car was just parked. You can see battery status. It was just parked for the purposes of display, because it's a brand new car. And here you have those lane assists and so on. This would bring the like Bluetooth to USB, so source for your music. And just looking here, yeah, those are all the options. I don't think there are different displays here. 309 kilometers on the clock there. Average consumption is pretty high at the moment. Okay, so let's get to the main screen here. And now let's see here, EV. So we have 74% of battery and 309 kilometers. If you turn off the climate, you get a few more. Now, I was testing the first Niro, and I gotta say it was really good on the range when it comes to efficiency. So the efficiency was also very good, very low. I would say very close to Tesla, so definitely this would be my pick. Of course, this is powered by Rimac technology. Rimac, Hyundai actually invested in Kia into Rimac, so they developed the technology behind the Korean cars and the German cars coming from Croatia. Over here we have the maps, so kind of nice. You can split the screen here. You can have dual information. You can have full screen or like half. Menu here, you can see EV range around the map, how far you can go. You can turn off the display. There's an option for that if you want just like some sort of minimalist display. Touch and you'll get display on. It's quiet mode, just press and pause and read here. Navigation, these are like options for the navigation, and then map is actual map. Phone calls, you can connect your phone of course via Bluetooth and so on. You also have via USB Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, valet mode. Another climate options here, automatic heating, sync. There's like few options there. Kia has a lot of options, like even blue filter for your eyes and so on. Now there are pages here, so you can see here radio, media. Let's hear if we can get some sound here. In this case, let's just it's not playing anything, but just choosing something. Okay, unfortunately.
Senkt die Strom.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd like to see station lists. Maybe see here. There's some music. Nope. Okay, sure, should be music. No, come on. Oh, seriously. Come on, music. Wow. So the Swiss are actually German in this case, Deutsch. Okay, here. So I can't play for too long, but it sounds okay. There are of course options to play in the settings for the volume and so on. So vehicle configuration here, there's a lot of safety options here, and then there has a lot of like sub menus. I'm not gonna go through each of these. And you have EV settings here, so let's see here, DC charging, AC charging 100%. Now it would be wiser to like charge to 90%, not just for those, but like for the battery health. Maximum reduced charging, battery conditioning, utility mode, and so on. Oops, this brings me to the main menu, EV settings there. So okay, you saw that, so there's a back button there. So favorites, what do you want to put? And there's like, you can connect via app, see some like live information, media, of course, which source you want to play. You can use Bluetooth, of course, USB, and you know, your smartphone options there. This is some sort of like a home menu. The navigation moves, and that's pretty much it. Might be I missed a few options. There's like a theme here, analog clock, digital clock when the car is, when you turn off the display, split screen options, what you can see, themes. I haven't found that you can change ambient colors. You can have profiles, of course, if this is a family or a company car. There is this list here. You can also switch off the display, setting, search, and there are a few options that I might have missed, like in the media, actually not here, radio. There is sound options somewhere, I know that for a fact, but I can't find it at the moment, so should be maybe here in general. Okay, so we can see software updates, memory. I'm gonna go through this quick. You can change languages, keyboard units, and so on. So there's a few options that I might have skipped, but those are your things there. Head-up display is nice and vivid, gives you you know, navigation, cruise settings, and so on. Not sure if I showed it or not. Front headspace, loads of headspace for a 2-meter tall person. Let's leave the car on and let's exit, show you front space. There is front space on this car. So excuse me. So driving modes, I kind of forgot here. The button is separated here, not on the bottom. So there are eco display, there is normal, and there is Sport. So kind of like the eco one, to be honest. This is personal taste there. So yeah, let's turn on the headlights on, fog lights, rear fog lights, and check it out. So let's start from the rear. You can see one fog light only on the left. Some cars have one, some have two. Of course, I opened the bonnet, but you can see also the LED headlights when they're on. I didn't turn on the fog lights for some reason, so let me check here. Front fogs, they're on now. And let's turn the hazards so I don't go back inside. So you can see the hazards from the side mirrors. The daytime running lights turn to hazard lights or turn signals, and you can see the LED fog lights, and you can see both lenses turn on there. Just quick back look here, turn signals at the bottom. Another look at the blue model. This is the plug-in hybrid. You can see different grille without the charging port. So of course you can choose different colors, and if you switch the light off, it resets the fog lights. So just turn all of that to the default settings, and you have gas struts, I believe. So somewhere in the middle over here, above the A, push to the left, and you have gas struts. So let me just back up so you can see the whole car. There we go. It's nice and tall. There's some insulation on the top, maybe for better acoustics, less tire noise coming into the cabin. And press here to open, and voila, you have a small space here, a little net. This is all rubberized. This is practical to put some cables here, perhaps not on the rear. There's a rubber mat here, so in the bottom. This is how to reach the 12-volt battery, and you can see the opening mechanism, and this is your washer fluid. The rest, leave it to the mechanics. So let's close it up. Closes perfectly. And that was the new Niro, KIA Nero EV. Now, I don't think I've missed anything, hopefully. And let's check the spec here. So we have KIA Nero EV, 64.8 kilowatt hours battery style package. So it has 204 horsepower or 150 kilowatts. On the electric motor, 16.2 should be average power consumption. I think we're gonna get something close to that, so that's quite good from my experience. I haven't tested this car yet. Hopefully I'll get one in the future, but there's kind of shortage with all the electric cars as well, as you know. This might be standard option, and then options are here. I don't know Deutsch. We are in the Deutsch part of the Switzerland, in Zurich. Once again, style pack, metallic pearl color, steel gray, and few options there. So this is like the base price in Swiss francs, so almost 52,000, and comes up to 56, almost 700 Swiss francs. So everyone, thank you for watching. Be a cool person. Smash the like button on the video. Leave your comments below. How do you like the Niro EV? And if you want to see more from Zurich Auto Show, subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye.